seconds out. This is your third and final round. Boxing for shake hands.
As predicted, there's a full-on barrage of punches. It seems like both guys held back for the first 2 rounds. Now both of them want to capture a win here. And the way that they're throwing punches, one of those hooks is definitely going to catch. When beginners start to get going, all they do is they rely on those old hooks. Started nicely with the jab now, and as they get closer, the hooks start to rain and the uppercuts. So it's the short little shots that are going to do the damage. The left hook being my favorite punch. I think it's a devastating punch, but with these beginners, they love the right hook. They haven't adapted to using the left as the predominant hand that you would always use. Jason Welsh really tucking in with those right hands, chopping into the body, and then coming up back to the head with overhand rights. He's starting to relax, he's starting to look for angles. There's a heavy shot, it almost looked like it was behind the head. Jason Welsh pouring on the pressure now. Lots of hooks and uppercuts. And if the guy puts his head down, that's going to be a bad idea if he tucks his head in. Jason Welsh just able to actually do anything he wants right now, because Ryan Cowell is almost looks like he's given up, but his coach is keeping him going. We've got 18 seconds left, and is Ryan Cowell going to last this fight? What a great fight for your first fight ever. You'll end up on BGTN Network's MasterBox event. The bell is 3 seconds to go. That's it. Okay, so they survived the 3-round bout. Obviously, the guys should be hugging each other after this. And that's it. 3 rounds are done. They're going to walk across and shake each other's hands. That's a true friendship and the nature of the sport. It's all in the good of the sport, for the good of the sport. Now animosity, we go home and
one more time.
have a few drinks afterwards.
Right, so you may as well get used to this, because it's going to happen another 16 times this evening. Those of you who think, I'll fight it, hold on, before you go out, stay where you are. Those of you who think our fighter in the red corner did enough to win that fight, let's hear it. How about the blue corner? Oh, so can we ask, even if you didn't really support the guy, let's give him a little bit of, there you go. Like I've said, these guys are here for your entertainment. Let's make sure we get behind both of them. The official result then is a draw. Well done, guys. Right, so that's 2 down, another 10 action fights to come, and of course we move on then to our MasterBox segment of this evening as well. Right, on we go then to bout number 3. Allow me to welcome to the fighter, first of all, in the red corner. Give it up, please, for Benny Lufuya.
This boy is 16 years old. He comes from impoverished Rosettenville. This is a sport of lifting people out of the dregs of society, so to speak. He comes from a very poor family, and he just loves boxing. This boy will spend 3 hours a day in the gym, and he's 16 years old. I promise you now, I vouch for this kid. He'll be a world champion one day. He's got everything that you need to be a champion. He's in the gym all the time. He's got such a beautiful nature, but he walks around behind our back and he says to the other guys that are all friends, and he says to them, listen, I'm going to catch you in the sparring ring just now. So Benny Lefua, he's just got a nature second to none. He's quiet, beautiful boy. And I get to know these kids quite well because we train 40 or 50 odd kids at our box office, Fight with the Inside Suburbs branch. So here we got Jakansi coming to the ring. Jakansi comes in from South Hills Boxing Club. And his coach, Lyle. Now, Lyle is a great coach. He also takes kids off the streets. He brings them into boxing. The drugs are rife in this area of the south of Johannesburg, and he gives them an opportunity to put these kids on the stage.
Coming to this bout at only the age of 15. So let's make sure we support them and look out for the future of South African boxing. All right, let's do the official introduction then. First of all, on my right-hand side and fighting out of the red corner, the 15-year-old, he comes out of the Congo, comes into this fight with 4 bouts behind him. All 4 of those he has won. Give it up, please, for Benny, the Congolese killer, Lufuya. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, 15-year-old out of South Hills, Johannesburg. Weighing in at 58 kilograms. He's had 1 bout. Unfortunately, that was a loss. Trying to rectify that today. Make some noise, please, for Ayanda Jakunisi. Boxers,
let's have a good clean fight. Obey my commands.
If I'm not correct, I've been reminded that they did fight. It was a good fight, and Jakansi gave Benny a hard time. But Benny is just phenomenal. Jakansi coming across very brave, coming out to the jab cross. Benny will put him up against the ropes and then just start chopping away at the body. These 2 boys will let it go, health will let her. And it's really good boxing compared to the last 2 fights. These guys are pretty good. Still in the early phases of this round where they're finding each other, and the legs they lose their legs a bit. Benny's just going to hunt down Jakansi now, and essentially he's just going to put him against the ropes, and he's going to go to the body. He's in my gym. I know how he fights, and it's typically going to be that. They're shouting from both corners, let it go, let it go. And Benny's just getting into a comfortable position now, and he's going to start picking off Jakansi. I think it's just a matter of seconds. We've got 42 seconds to finish up this round, and it's a matter of seconds. Oh, that's it. The referee stops the fight. Benny Lefua wins his fight on knockout. That's how you win fights in action boxing. And Benny Lefua from Fight with Insight at the Suburbs branch has won the bout. The referee, Keith Russ, who was a former pro, used to spar with Brian Mitchell at Carlos Giacomo's gym. He waved that fight over, and he reckons Jakansi's seen enough. And the fight wasn't like this a month ago. Jakansi actually could hold his own, but obviously Benny worked him out by then, trained very hard, and was able to capture the fight in the first round. The guys shaking each other's hands, and that's it. Handshakes from everybody. Chris Buckler putting all the effort in with Benny over the last month for this fight. The boys really love Chris Buckley, and look how happy these boys are.
I'm one short.
From the soft murmurings, a new voice is stirring, speaking out with fresh things to say. A voice not held back by the past, a voice connecting our futures. Quiet, listen, it's time to be heard. Welcome, BGTN and the official BRICS Global Television Network, a cutting-edge multimedia brand whose core mission is to educate, promote, and develop the voices of BRICS. Watch BGTN on StarSat Channel 120 as we transport you to a new corner of the world.
Black Friday is coming to Studio 88. Enjoy huge savings on all your favorite brands. Visit us in-store or online from the 21st of November to the 3rd of December. Studio 88, style on the move.
Well, you're watching Action Box, which is so very interesting because it's become a bit like, I think, Ben, MasterBox, because we saw our first technical knockout there. Benny Lafleur, he is a force to be reckoned with.
Ray, I told you, I said he's going to knock him out. Benny Lafleur is the future. Big Ben. I interviewed him here in the South. This boy, I'm telling you, Benny Lafleur, make a note, this boy is going too far. And we started very warm. It's heating up.
It's interesting, though, you know, because it certainly is, as we're going towards MasterBox, you can see the pace. The first two fights were pretty good. I must admit, the guys were quite agile, but this one was different.
This one was different. As it started, I told you, I said, Ray, Big Ben is going to knock someone out, and it happened. I seen this boy. This boy is massive. Watch out for Big Ben.
Well, as you can hear from the crowd, it continues now. Let's go back to the ringside to see what happens next.
Right, so once again, that's an action-packed fight we had right there. Let's hear it, please, for both these fighters. All right, so boxers, please, if you can come to the center, Keith. Let's get them here. While they're doing that, though, folks, this trophy that I have in my hand, this is the Lionel Hunter Award, and that award will be given or won by someone in both the last two bouts of the action bouts this afternoon. So the Lionel Hunter Award will be won, as I said, by the last two action boxing bouts this afternoon. Right, so our winner then in this bout, by way of retirement by blue, red corner. Right, folks, on we go then to bout number 4. Allow me once again to introduce you to the fighters. First of all, let's introduce to you the fighter in the red corner. Give it up, please, for Edson Chuma.
Yeah. Stuck to the plan and I kept this shit in motion. Self-preservation over self-promotion, ultra focus. Still in my element, the boy is golden. Took long enough for some of y'all to notice. Took advantage of the important moments. just to prove that I'm more than a famous poet. Now they call me chief executive owner. Wasn't overnight, I had to stay devoted. Ben had this vision already on the agenda way before I met with niggas that would mix the soda. Back when I had to go to city spots to pick my clothes up. Before Christ and I would share a sofa, working on music, creating album folders. I just knew that it was far from over and I'm only getting closer. Even if I could, I
Right, let's now meet his opponent and welcome him to the blue corner. Give it up, please, for Tanisha Tazarurwa.
Earlier told me you been on some positive shit, yeah. Lately I just wanna show my body some shit, yeah. Always been a little mathematician. Lately this cash I'm getting, got me losing count of these bags. I'm moving too fast. Hard times don't last. Remember when cops and rats talking out my ass? Boy, you ain't shit for the bitch with a badge.
So yeah, we've got the commentators back, and we've got one of our really good fighters from our gym, Edson Chuma. This guy's a highly educated boy, and he's looking really good
Then, first of all, the fighter on
in the gym,
right
and I
fighting
expect
out
good
of
things from
the
this
red
kid.
corner.
You're going to see a really
He's
good show.
18-year-old, hails out of Johannesburg, weighing in at 65 kilograms. He comes into this fight with 3 victories, no losses. Make some noise, please, for Edson, the Randries Tuma.
Yeah.
And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner is a 22-year-old out of South Hills in Johannesburg, weighing in at 62 kilograms. Comes into this fight with 2 fights and 1 loss. Give it up, please, for Tanisha Tazarurwa.
So yeah, we have
Obey my commands at all times.
got these 2 boys
Fight, shake hands.
shaking hands now. Tanashi Tazawara from South Hills, and he's taking on Edson Chuma from the box office Southern Suburbs Fight with Inside Club. Really got some action happening everywhere, inside and outside the ring. But yeah, these 2 boys are ready. I expect the best from this fight. Edson, a really good fighter. Edson keeping his opponent at bay with a nice long jab. Edson's got the range and the height on this kid. He's just going to keep on pumping the jab and making sure that he's got his fighter at the end of his punches. His head guard is coming off, and they're going to switch the head guards now quickly. Some of these kids come in with some of these kids have really big hairstyles, and obviously that impacts keeping a head guard on your head. Anyway, here we go back into the round. Edson throwing a very nice low jab. You going to go? Sure.
Another event, not this South. I'm sorry.
Have you told Steve?
I spoke to him, I agree.
Johnson Chuma really, Edson Chuma he's under pressure now from Tazarawa. It looks like he's putting a lot of effort into this. Tanashi, they should call him Tenacious Tanashi, because he just keeps on coming. The head guard's come off a bit there, so the referee's going to stop it so that they can sort out the head guard. Okay, so we're going back into the fight. They fixed the head guard. He's got his 10 count. And now we see if Edson, in the last 13 seconds, can he do some more. But Tenacious comes back. Tanashi and he has a full go. So he's saying, don't count me out. I've still got a lot in me. And that's the end of that round. I'm waiting for the bell. Edson waiting patiently. Oh, that's really bad form. You shouldn't be holding like that and trying to grab at the waist. It was a good round, and we're starting to heat up in the amount of action that we have here today. Yes. So you're refreshing Edson there in the corner, keeping him cool and giving him advice. That's Chris Butler telling him, hey, listen, slow down, stop trying everything. Slow down.
2 minutes around or 3 minutes around?
2 minutes.
2.
Yeah. 2 minutes around. And here we go. Seconds out. This is the next round. And the referee sends him to neutral corners before he starts the boxing. It's Keith's. That's actually, it seems like it's his trademark. He's always done that. And I've worked with Keith for the last year, refereeing many fights, 10 tournaments that we've had over the last year. The beautiful straight punches that these guys are throwing down the road, and then throwing a jab up to the head, hook into the body. So once you've got the guy's attention upstairs, he's open up the body. So they get the punches upstairs, and they bring the right hooks and the left hooks to the body. We were working on a specific combination this week, which was a jab up, cross down, jab up, hook down. And it looks like Edson is really employing this. Every single combination he's throwing at the moment, except that overhand right, which is wild, and he'll get balked at by the coach for throwing such wild punches. Tanashi holding in there, and Edson just picking him off slowly with those body shots, but he's setting him off. I bet you here comes the right hand. There goes the left hook. So you got the guy scared of body shots, and eventually brings it up to the head. So if you can make somebody predict what's going to happen next, you're going to start blocking the body. And when he started doing that, then obviously Edson took the punches to the head after that. Edson turning his opponent around nicely there, letting it go. Picking his opponent off with long straight punches. Looking really good. It looks like Tanashi has decided he hasn't got what it takes to beat Edson. He's trying and he's staying in there, which I'm really proud of. Tanashi's still staying there. He's trying his best every now and then, but Edson's got the range, the height, and I think there's about a year between the two guys. So that's the end of the second round, and I can safely say, in my opinion, that that round was Edson's round. Tanashi, he needs to step up his game this round. Hopefully Lyle can give him some good advice and bring him back to the center, and hopefully can take charge. There's been a lot of action here at MasterBox today, and it's understandable. It's a lot of emotion, simple things like people's impression of things that are going on. Anyway, Chris Butler, last round for the fighter, and Edson looks like he's got this in the bag. I imagine Tanashi's going to have a try, and his coach has pushed him out for the next round. Let's see how Tanashi can come back, because that is what we're looking for, is Tanashi to actually make a comeback and have a go against Edson. But I think Edson's in the driving seat with this fight, and if he applies the pressure, he could get the knockout win. And remember, the only way to win in these fights is by knockout. If it goes to the full time, then it is going to be scored a draw. Edson picking his opponent off with nice clean punches. So what the boxers have to do is wipe their gloves. That's an old school tradition because the ring floors were very dirty. So just to make sure that the gloves are clean. Catching him nice with a check left hook that Mayweather does. As the guy comes in with the right hand, he throws a clean left hook over the guy's right hand. And if your punches are lazy, Floyd Mayweather will catch you. And Edson doing a really good job. He's inviting his opponent in to come have a go. He might have something planned for his opponent. I know Edson as a person, he doesn't really want to be that killer boxer that he knocks his guys out with, you know. But anyway, he's testing his ability for defense, it seems. But he's got 42 seconds to either win this by knockout or it's going to just end in a draw. So, nice body jab. These guys have got a really good body jab. We've been practicing it at the gym a whole lot this week. And timing him nicely for that uppercut into the body. Tanashi's still there. You know what? At the end of this third round, it looked like Tanashi wasn't going to make it, but Edson really has stepped up to the plate and handed him what would be a win in the real boxing circles. His timing is just phenomenal, and that good fight there, end of that fight. 3 rounds in the bag, I believe, for Edson. He won all 3 rounds. Obviously, this fight was...
My fight's off, and I want compensation for my travel, my food, and the money I've laid out.
One more time for both these guys, please. Okay, so once again, I'm going to ask you, fighters, please come to the center. Even though we know that the official result is going to be a draw, I want to know from you guys, who thinks the fighter in the red corner did enough to win that fight? And how about the blue corner? Well, there you go, James. You're both winners. Your referee has got your medals. And, of course, no one walks away empty-handed. There you go. Well done, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Fasten your seatbelts. We're about to land. Get ready for the destination of your life. BGTN, connecting our futures. From the soft murmurings, a new voice is stirring, speaking out with fresh things to say. A voice not held back by the past. A voice connecting our futures. Quiet, now listen. It's time to be heard. Welcome BGTN, the official BRICS Global Television Network, a cutting-edge multimedia brand whose core mission is to educate, promote, and develop the voices of BRICS, bringing together people, places, leaders, and ideas, connecting, empowering, and inspiring. It's time for a new vision, a new unity, a new collaboration. It's time for BGTN. For the first time ever, a chance for the entrepreneur or supplier to connect with a manufacturer halfway around the world. For the first time ever, a media platform creating economic opportunities and changing lives. ultimately broadcasting 24 hours a day live from our Alliance of Countries, BGTN, connecting our futures.
Well, you're watching Action Box, which is the comes before MasterBox, and that's the interesting thing. Ben, we've seen some serious fights so far. One technical knockout, but I think more may be on the way. These youngsters are serious.
I must say to you, Edson Chuma, I met him and he promised me that he was going to knock this guy out. It didn't happen. Boxing, you don't play boxing. Nobody would say I'll play boxing. This is hard. It's in a very lonely sport. I think we are beginning to warm up. And the next fight, I'm looking forward to India Ellis.
Ooh, that's going to be a very nice one.
I'm looking forward to that India Ellis and Daniela, which is where we're going to see women going at each other.
It's going to be quite something. It's the Lionel Hunter Trophy. Now, Lionel Hunter, the late Lionel Hunter, who passed away during COVID, it's a very important trophy that they'll be fighting for. Then just take us to exactly what it means for them.
It means a lot. Lionel Hunter, the Lion of the South. This is the man who was behind boxing, a former professional boxer himself, and he did a lot for this part of the world, this part of Johannesburg, in the south of Johannesburg. That is the Lion of the North, Lionel Hunter. And it will be interesting to see India going at each other against Daniela. I'm looking forward to that one.
All right, so now, just a lot of people are wondering why the headgear, because traditional boxing, we don't use headgear, but it's an age thing, isn't it?
It is, and it's very important for MasterBox. I think Stephen Castle, who's here as well, they're looking at safety, which is very important. The headgear protect, and they protect themselves, in case you get a low blow or something like that. The headgear is important for these amateur boxers to have to protect themselves all the time.
Right, let's see what happens next. There is plenty of Action Box left, and then thereafter, I can't wait. It's time for MasterBox.
Right, on we go then to our next bout number 5. Allow me to once again introduce to you the fighters. First of all, in the red corner, let's hear please for Konke Simuya.
I think them niggas scared of us. They flexing but only for cameras. I embarrass. I think them niggas is scared of us. Flexing but only for cameras. Nothing these niggas could do to us. Who the fuck can they compare to us? Nothing these niggas could say to us. I let them stare if they stare at us. Look at my chain, I embarrass. Fuck it, it ain't no comparison.
Right, let's now meet his opponent and welcome him into the blue corner. Give it up, please, for Tahir Miller. Right, folks, just a reminder, of course, all the Action Box bouts are scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Let's now do the official introduction. First of all, on my right and fighting out of the red corner is the 17-year-old that hails out of Johannesburg, weighing in at 65 kilograms, making his debut today. Give it up, please, for Konke Simuya. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner is a 17-year-old weighing in at 60 kilograms. He hails out of Johannesburg, comes into this with one professional, or sorry, at least one action bout behind his name, and that was a win. Let's give it up, please, for Tahir Muller. Boxers.
Okay, so here we have Tahir taking on a boy from our gym, and both of these guys have got about 7-8 months worth of experience. So it's an unknown quantity. We don't know what we're going to see here. I know Konke has been in my gym every day for the last 7-8 months, and he's really got the ability. But I just watched that first jab from Tahir, and it seems like he's got some skills there, and he's got some nice movement. They've made, let me tell you, these guys have come all the way from Limpopo, which is rather far. And they drove all the way here, went to the weigh-in, and now he's jumping straight into a fight. That's a 4 or 5 hour journey. Tahir does look rather good. And apparently he's only been boxing 6 months, so he's had one amateur fight. He's had one white collar, which is this action boxing fight. And now he's really dishing it out. The referee warning for hitting behind the head. And that does happen when you start throwing those wild hooks. So the thing is, you can look great in the first round, but can you maintain this performance?
Jared said you've agreed to a refund of 7 tickets. Have you agreed to a refund of 7 tickets for Jared?
I haven't agreed. He hasn't paid for those 7 tickets. There were 3 tickets that he gave to. How can I pay for something that he never paid for?
And can I say that?
Okay. So here he's looking really sharp. He's got some wild shots. Konke looks like he's at 6s and 7s in this fight. He doesn't know what to do. But when he gets back to the corner with Chris and his coach, they're going to give him some advice. You see, Tahir is actually a southpaw, which means his left leg is at the back. And typically with orthodox boxers, you'd have your left leg in front. So these guys are known as the tough ones to fight. And that's the end of the round. A few punches thrown after the round. But nevertheless, that was a good performance by Tahir. The guys have made a far drive, and he's really put on a good performance.
Families that have paid, so I want their money back. There's 7 people that have paid. We all leaving. I want their money back, obviously. Okay. Thank you. That's all I want. There's 7 people. That's it. The other 10 comps, obviously. I promised Anthony, the next fight, not on your boat. We're going to promote against you, and I'm doing an article on your event.
Okay, so we've come into the second round. Konke, hopefully he's come in with a bit of advice from his corner, but Tahir looking really good. He's got some wild punches, and because he's a southpaw, he punches from strange angles, and Konke obviously isn't used to that. So Tahir is trying to move around. You see, when you start throwing a lot of wild blows, you get very tired, and so I expect Konke is just going to wait his time out. The referee stopping the bout. Yeah, he's got a chain on. You're not supposed to box with any jewelry on, and it's popped out, and it can get in your eye, it can damage and hurt people. So that's it. We're back into this round. So now it's starting to really settle down here. Tahir throwing a beautiful right hook to the body there and bringing the right hook over the top there. Conke still struggling to work this guy out, but Tahir he seems like he's really comfortable in this fight. He's timing the guy. He's got some really good punches. And he must have a good coach if he's able to do these things, because he's got some really snazzy moves. Tahir's whole family came in from Limpopo to watch him fight. Conke seems like he's at 6s and 7s with Tahir. And obviously, the 1 or 2 amateur fights that Tahir had have proved to be good enough for him to win this fight. Conke actually stopped throwing a lot of punches in this round because he didn't know what his opponent's going to be up to. Giving some advice to Conke. He's telling him to double jab and then left hook off the jab. And then he's saying throw that big overhand right. So they're going to play with range here. So this is the last round, and we expect the guys leaving everything to hang out there. So Conke has decided he's going to get up on his legs and move around, as opposed to standing his ground and trying to fight with Tahir. Tahir is very comfortable in this fight, and whatever he does, it seems like he can land the punches easily. Conke trying a body jab, and it's primarily the reason for him not actually doing so well, Conke, is because he hasn't been having southpaw sparring. But I must be honest, Tahir looks really good, and for a guy that's only been boxing 7 months, I would say that's it's a good performance. I expect good things from Tahir in the future. Tahir letting it go, unloading every single punch that he can. Getting to the end of the fight here, Tahir is very comfortable. The fight's hitting its tail end now. I don't think there's much Conke can do to garner the win, so to speak, in this fight. So Tahir has done very well. I'm really impressed with his boxing. That's the end of the fight. I'm surprised the guys didn't hug each other after that, because that was a good rumble. Tahir really outpointed his guy, came out with the better punches. I see Conke raising his hands, but definitely not going to be the winner of this fight. It is a draw. But from a judge's perspective, it would have gone to Tahir fully.
Right, folks, one more time. Let's hear for both these fighters. Right, so I'm pretty sure by now you know the drill. Our referee will hand over the medals to both our fighters because this will be declared officially a draw. But before we do that, let's hear one more time from you guys. Who of you think our fighter in the red corner did enough to win that fight? All three of you. How about the fighter in the blue corner? Right, so just, Tahir, one question. How much did you pay them?
Pay who?
I'm just kidding. That's awesome support. Well done, guys. All right, congratulations to both these fighters. You put on an awesome display. Well done. All right, so while they make their way out of the arena, on we go then to about number 6. Oh, not.
What a fight that was. Action Box has been absolutely brilliant. And I say this, Ben, because the tempo that picked up there, but sometimes that uppercut can finish a fight so quickly. And you saw the tactics there. Got into the corner, wouldn't let him out, and eventually I think the ref had to intervene a little bit because if that carried on, it would have been over.
It would have been over indeed. And remember here, the referee always protect the boxers. He must always watch them. If you are taking too much punishment, it's not the end of the world. It's not about getting into that ring and chopping someone's head. This is it's Action Box. All of you are winners. Both of you are winners at the end of the day.
It's interesting that you say that, though, because if you have a look at both of them, one of them actually did win, and I say that because the one in blue, Tahir Melo, as they announced his name, that was it. All of a sudden, it was like a raucous applause for that person. So you can see the crowd is telling you anyway, even though it comes across as a draw, because it's Action Box, it's not really, is it?
I think everyone who's watching here, whoever is watching, they know who's their winner. And you and I, Ray, sitting here, we know who's the winner. But for the sake of the sport and action boxing, all of them are winners at the end of the day.
Well, let's see some more winners coming up shortly because Action Box is, it's heating up this afternoon. Let's go back to the ring because we got some new contenders on the way.
Right, so on we go then to our next bout number 6. Allow me once again to introduce you the fighters. And first of all, in the red corner, give it up, please, for Tumelo Ribaji. First.
Salma, what?
Right, for the time now to meet his opponent and welcome him into the blue corner. Give it up, please, for Nyasha Riano. Right, folks, let's do the official introductions now. First of all, fighting out of the red corner and on my right-hand side, 25-year-old hailing out of Johannesburg, weighing in at 72 kilograms. He comes into this bout with 2-1. That's 2 fights and 1 loss. Give it up, please, for Tumelo Bigom Tara Ribergi. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, 19-year-old, also out of Johannesburg, weighing in at 73 kilograms. He comes into this fight with 2-0. Give it up, please, for Nyasha Riano. Boxers.
Yeah. Tumelo coming up against Nyash Riano, and they've made a drive all the way from the West Rand here today. His coach Henry pushed him in and said, let's go. We expect a really good fight here. Tumelo coming from Ultimate Fitness in Edenvale, and obviously Nyash Riano coming all the way from the West Rand. This is actually a nice fight. It's a southpaw versus an orthodox fighter again. Those always create havoc for the other guy, especially if he hasn't had enough southpaw sparring. He looks pretty good currently, and they had a little... These guys are still measuring each other, waiting for them to come in to see what they're going to throw. That's a straight left that is typically thrown from a southpaw, and they set you up with a pad jab, and then they throw that straight left. So he's waiting long because he's expecting to land that big left hand. But Nyash seems to be aware of it. He's got his hands nice and high. He's got a high guard, and I really respect that. Obviously, Henry's coached him well on how to block punches. Now he's got into the pocket, and that's where he's presenting a lot of problems for Tumelo. Tumelo seems like he's in deep water. The referee stepping in and giving Tumelo a bit of a break, sending him to his corner, and the referee seems to have... No, the fight's still on. Just giving Tumelo a bit of a break, rest-wise. It's a very good ref, this Keith Russ. He doesn't want anybody to get seriously injured. This is purely exhibition boxing, so when it gets too rough, he steps in. And obviously we're here to see knockouts, and that's how it's going to go. This is the first round of this fight, so we might see something happen later on. Most people are keen on a really good boxing fight, some decent fights, punches thrown, combinations, working out body, head. But as we get later in the day, the fights will heat up. Some fighters don't like to sit in the corner, and it seems like Nyash Riano doesn't like that. He obviously wants to keep the blood flowing. Some guys think that it switches them off so they don't sit down. Other guys take the rest like they should. Me, from a fighter of 100-odd fights, I always sat down. It's the best way to listen to your coach. You breathe deeply, take the weight off your legs, and let your legs rest, and then go again. So yeah, we're going to the second round. Referee Keith sending them to the neutral corners, and it's on now. Tumelo seems to have worked his opponent out in the break because he's come out with some nice punches. The left cross and the right hook. The referee warning for inside of the glove when he threw that right hook. They're still in the measurement phase. They're testing each other out. They both look like they've got a lot of feistiness in them. They're not willing to give up the fight on the inside. They don't throw too many punches on the inside, so it looks like they want to keep this from a long-range perspective. Some nice body blows, finishing to the head. That's really good boxing. Typically, you finish to the head after chopping the body. Still measuring each other. They pour their jab, and it seems like both of them have felt each other's power and don't want to get involved. They're still novices, I'd say, and coming forward would expose them, so they don't know how to weather storms like that.
Seconds up, third and final round. Coach Grant.
Taking a storm of punches from Niash, and Niash is just it's just a whole lot of straight punches. It seems like Niash wants to finish this in this round, and he's got win on his mind, and knockouts in the bag for him. I spoke to Niash before this, and he's really keen on fighting, and he wants some advice, and I love that, because when a boxer approaches him, he says, what can I do to make my boxing better? So Tumelo coming through with a nice left straight, but Tanash has some serious want to do a little bit more. We're getting into that portion of the fight where it's the third round, and now they're both tied, but Niash is really putting everything into this fight. I think he's going for the knockout. A couple wild hooks should do it, but Tumelo is holding out there. The referee by right should stop this guy from turning his back and running away. Last couple seconds of the fight. Yeah, this fight's going to end in a draw, but we know Niash did enough to actually take that fight. There was a really good fight there. from one side of perspective.
Okay, so the next fight, Uso and Kayas out. Johnston with HP or Foxes. They fox this out.
No, it's fine.
That is exactly the action we played a couple of this afternoon. Neither of those fighters backing down for 1 second. Come on, let's hear both these fighters, please. Right, so boxers center, please. Let's get your medals on. And of course, before we give you the official result, once again, we're going to go to you guys and see who you think may have won that fight. Those of you who think our fighter in the red corner did enough, let's hear it. And how about the blue corner? All right, so be that as it may, our official result, of course, is a draw. Well done, guys.
Of course, everybody thinks that the man in the blue corner, which is actually the black corner here today, took that fight.
Right, folks, so we're skipping one of the bouts on the card this afternoon. Unfortunately, a late withdrawal for technical reasons. So we move on then to bout number 8, and let's meet those fighters. First of all, in the red corner, let's hear it, please. For success, Ngobeni.
It's been a ride. I guess I had to go to that place to get to this one. Now, some of you might still be in that place, just trying to get out. Please follow me.
Good. This is a rematch once again. They fought about a month ago at the Manny Fernandez tournament. And here he comes to the ring. Coach Chris Butler bringing him all the way. That's success. Success has a lot of promise. He's 18 years old and a future in amateur boxing and possibly going professional
Right, time for us
eventually.
now to meet
Next
his
year this
opponent
boy
and
goes
welcome
amateur
to the blue
after
corner.
campaigning for
Give it up,
4
please,
years
for Elton
as an action
Mashlangu.
boxer. Elton Mashlangu is a very, like, when you see him, he doesn't look like he is the part, but let me tell you, this boy can put it on. He's got the legs, stamina, and he works a lot, so expect good things from Elton in this fight.
Jared was going on his own. Fucking.
Right, folks, let's now do the official introduction for these fighters. First of all, on my right-hand side and fighting out of the red corner, 18-year-old hailing out of Oakdene in Johannesburg, weighing in at 60 kilograms. He comes into this fight 6-1. Give it up, please, for success, SS Ngubeni. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner and on my left, 20-year-old, also out of the south of Johannesburg. He weighs in at 60 kilograms, comes into this fight 5-0. Give it up, please, for Elton, the friendly ghost, Mashlangu. Boxers.
This is a really good fight. This is a rematch of a fight that happened a month ago as well, a Manny Fernandez tournament at Turfentine Racecourse. So these guys know each other, and that presents a good fight because the first fight, the crowd said that Elton won, but Success really did the work. So Success wants to capture this fight early. so that there's no discussion about judges in the crowd saying this way or that way. Personally, he's got some really good punches, Elton. And he's an awkward character. You can see the hands are down, moves around. But Success has got the typical hands up, walk through the barrage, slips and rolls, and then he's going to start opening up very soon. Some wild hooks being thrown there and landed. But I really like this Elton kid. He's awkward. He's like the drunken master that used to fight. He throws some punches out of strange places. But if Success keeps his hands up, he should be able to weather any sort of storm and then just deliver a nice reprisal. Oh, nice right hook, left hook from Success. The ref's counting Elton because he took a series of good blows from Success. Success waiting for his opponent. Elton says he's ready to carry on. No, the referee has waved this fight. No, it doesn't. The fight is on. Let's go. It's a great thing because I think there is still a lot left in Elton. Success is going to pour it on now because he's got his man hurt. Elton not letting the fight fade, and he's not giving up. Nice left hook there from Success. The left hook seemed to be finding Elton. Typically these kids would work 2 shots to the body. That in amateur boxing would be head down. The referee would step in and warn the guy, but he's allowing the travel of this fight to happen. And there is a lot of heat and it's going pretty well. So that was the first round done. I'm very surprised at Success. He obviously doesn't want to let this slip, and he's done a nice job of capturing that first round, in my opinion, with the count. In boxing, that would be a 10-8 round, and typically fights are 10-9 for a win, and once you've got a point count against you, it's a 10-8 win. So let's put him in a good stead. Chris telling Success to hit his punches, step back, and then come in again. Here we go for round number 2. Hopefully Success can repeat this last performance in the last round. Yeah, he's learned to play with range now, so he's stepping in and out, and he knows he's got Elton, so it's just a matter of picking him off until he leaves himself open, and then he's going to finish it off. But Elton hasn't given up, and he's still putting in a good performance. He's got that hands down type of fight style, and that throws the other boxer off. He doesn't know if he should step in or not, because sometimes what happens is the boxer throws a wild hook as you step in. So Success getting picked off nicely there by Elton. Just moving his hands. He hasn't got his hands up, so it was easy to catch. This is real in the pocket fighting. Two guys just trying too much. I think Success is pushing forward too much, and he can't actually deliver the decent punches. Elton surviving that whole attack and actually doing quite well on the ropes. throwing some uppercuts and hooks. And generally, when the guys get close, they throw loads of uppercuts and hooks. Here we go for the second round. This is actually the third round. Second round. So this is the second round. This fight's Success really pouring it on now. He's not actually keeping his hands up, and he could block a few punches and then we're going to the third round there. I did announce there was the third round before, but this is the third round now. Chris Buckler giving Success some more advice. Lyle Givington. Elton and Success in the third round. This is where the guys leave it all out there if they want to try capture the win. Success actually changed his stance, came out as a southpaw, and that does seem to have presented something decent. And I haven't seen him in the gym ever do southpaw. And this is something novel that he's doing, and he's doing it pretty well. Now he switches back to orthodox and see if he can use that orthodox to his benefit. Still staying as an orthodox boxer. Dropping his hands there, which I wouldn't really favor. And my advice would be never to do that. Elton still hanging in there right to the end of the fight. One minute to go in this third round. Success. Just stalking his man there. Too many punches being thrown from Success at the moment. Elton sort of doing most of the work and the decent work in this round. And if Success doesn't actually pick it up, he could lose this. He's lucky that he got the knockdown in the first round. From a scoring perspective, he would have been at least 1 point ahead now. So this round is the round that really counts. 10 seconds to go. Some nice, good blows, nice right hooks coming in from Success there. Elton took them well. Oh, one shot after the bell. But they're all friends, they hug each other. Success and Elton in their second bout. That was a good fight. And pretty much this one could go either way.
Action-packed boxing match right here at the Action Boxing versus MasterBox South Africa event right here in Johannesburg South. And we're brought to you live, of course, by these guys here, BGTN. You know them? Of course you do. Let's make sure we support the new king of boxing in South Africa, BGTN, broadcasting right here live from Johannesburg, South Africa. Right, so on we go then to our official result. Let's get the fighters together. Keith will hand over the medal, but before we do that, once again, I'm going to ask you guys to determine who you think may have won this fight. Let's hear it for those of you who think our fighter in the red corner did enough. And how about the blue corner?
That sounded like a 50-50
Right, I think,
to me.
Keith, they agree with you. This is a draw.
They'd fight a draw. The
Of
crowd
course, let's
even
just
thought it was a
reiterate
draw,
once
so
again, action boxing,
definitely
you
would
do
be
not
a
have
draw.
any winners. The only way you can win is by way of knockout. Other than that, it is called a draw.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Fasten your seatbelts. We're about to land. Get ready for the destination of your life. BGTN, connecting our futures. From the soft murmurings, a new voice is stirring, speaking out with fresh things to say. A voice not held back by the past. A voice connecting our futures. Quiet, now listen. It's time to be heard. Welcome BGTN, the official BRICS Global Television Network, a cutting-edge multimedia brand whose core mission is to educate, promote, and develop the voices of BRICS, bringing together people, places, leaders, and ideas, connecting, empowering, and inspiring. It's time for a new vision, a new unity, a new collaboration. It's time for BGTN. For the first time ever, a chance for the entrepreneur or supplier to connect with a manufacturer halfway around the world. For the first time ever, a media platform creating economic opportunities and changing lives. Ultimately broadcasting 24 hours a day live from our alliance of countries, BGTN, connecting our futures.
What would you say is the most rewarding part?
So, this blind kid arrives. I get emotional. And he's special needs and he's blind. And they can't talk to him. So I grab him and I put him on the boxing bag and I put the gloves on and I illustrate to him, hit the bag. And just to see this child learn in 1 minute how to let his aggression go, and he loved it. And he was squealing because obviously he was mentally challenged and things like that. Just to see that, sure, it's incredible.
Right, folks, on we go then to our next bout number 9. Allow me once again to introduce you the fighters. First of all, in the
Which
red
is
corner.
very interesting because it may not be MasterBox yet, but it definitely is very, very close. Nice, interesting promo video there from Anton Gilmore. Now, he's been so involved with boxing here. He's taken people off the streets, and some of the folks that we've seen today have been people who have faced drug problems, they've faced other problems, yet they're off the street, and yet they're boxing, and it's a great cause, Ben.
You know, sometimes it breaks my heart when I watch what the man goes through, Anton Gilmore, what he's doing every day, going to the places where no one wants to go. Hillbrow, for example. People don't want to go to Hillbrow, Berea. You've seen kids with autism there, boxing. I think Anton Gilmore sometimes, I find him too, how can I say it? He has done a lot. Maybe he deserves an award, maybe Dr. Anton Gilmore, something like that.
It's interesting because what a lot of people don't know is we're here in the south in Rosettenville, and he's got his own clinics going on here. I'm talking about boxing clinics where he gets the youngsters to come in.
Definitely.
And he gets them off the streets. But the same in Hillbrow as well. I think it's around about 300 kids who are involved in this, he was telling me. And it's just to see, not everybody's going to be a prize fighter. Not everyone's going to be a champion. But we have a situation like this where you have kids, you give them some sort of direction. Quite interesting as well. One of the older folks, over 35, is saying, he'll come into the ring, he will box, he will then go home, and he feels that his life's got more balance, it's got more direction. Then that's what boxing's about.
It does that, and some of the people jump into the ring to deal with their demons, deal with whatever you're dealing with in your life. And when you jump into that ring, you forget everything, and it has changed a lot of lives. When you talk about that, at BGTN we are here, right? I'm not sure if Trevor Bester and Mrs. Bester are aware of what they've done into this community. And the people who got employment today, someone is working for the first time today because Trevor Bester and Mrs. Bester, they've put this together.
Yeah. What Ben's alluding to, Trevor Bester and Paula Bester, they are the creators of BGTN. And what we'll be doing next year, you'll see a brand new television station going out globally. Remember, Blix Global TV Network, that's what we're going to be doing. So it's about today having a look at boxing, but it's going to go a lot more. And perhaps we will be doing more boxing tournaments as we go. But in the meantime, it does give a lot of people inspiration to go box, get involved in it. And I think, Ben, that's the most important thing. They see their heroes here today, and from that, they draw inspiration, and then they want to go do their own boxing.
Look, you got BGTN, we touched something that not most people would like to touch, MasterBox. Who will give them this exposure? Very few will do that. But we said, we are touching this, and we are going to make this happen. And I'm excited that, Ray, it's happening today.
But it's interesting as well, if you look at some of the great South African boxers, you look at Dingaan Thobela, you look at Kerry Coetzee, I mean, the Boksburg bomber, he passed away a couple of months ago, the Boksburg bomber. But you draw inspiration from that because these are the guys who went out and became world champions. They went over to the United States and they fought the best. And it's not always about Mike Tyson. It's not always about, we have our own homegrown boxers here. And then we've seen that talent show this afternoon.
We have seen a lot, and this is the up-and-coming, talent that we have seen today. And remember, Brian Mitchell, coming from he's now in the South. And remember, he has never had the opportunity to fight at home because of the circumstances. But look, boxing changed his life. And it's going to change a lot of these youngsters that we have seen today during Action Boxing.
That's right, quite right. You have a couple more hours to watch Action Box and then MasterBox. And all I can say is I'm looking forward to what's coming next.
Right, folks, on we go then to our next bout number 9. Right, folks, let's do the official introduction now as we meet our fighters. First of all, in the red corner, of course, she's for bout number 9. Let's hear, please, for Biranu Brahma. Right, folks, time now for us to meet his opponent and welcome him into the blue corner. Give it up, please, for Sihle Malinga. Right, first, of course, this is a boxing, this is a boxing event which has no winners. So we scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds, and of course you'll see the guys in action in just a few minutes. Let's do the official introduction now. First of all, on my right-hand side and fighting out of the red corner, 30-year-old who hails out of Ethiopia, weighing in at 84 kilograms. Give it up, please, Hobirandu Diparu Bruma. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, hails in from South Hills in the south of Johannesburg. He's weighing in at 85 kilograms, 18-year-old. Make some noise, please, for Sihle Malinga. Boxers.
Boxers, stand up. Boxers, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good clean fight, shake hands.
This is Brahma. He's one of our guys from the box office gym, and he's about 31 years of age, and he just loves the fact that he wants to actually turn professional one day, even though it's a really late start for his boxing career. And he's taking on a kid from South Hills. I expect good things from Brahma if he can keep on shining like this. But he's taking on a relative novice. Brahma's only had 2 fights in his career, and sadly got ended in his second one. So after a year's break, he's here, and he's going to have another go. And he's taking on Sihle Malinga. Sihle doing the best he can, but 1 year's of experience behind Brahma seems to have taken Sihle by storm, but I don't see him giving up. These kids from South Hills just don't give up. They've got fighting hearts, which is really impressive. Brahma he's got the measure of his man. He's working that jab, cross out very nicely, and we worked in the gym on that a lot. He's actually got a beautiful nature, and I don't think he actually wants to hurt the fighter, but he just wants to make sure he scores enough points to win. If you notice the fighters today, they threw a lot of body jabs, and that's something we work on quite a bit in the gym. It distracts your opponent. That's it, end of the round, late punch thrown after the round. Chris Buckley is going to give his fighter some advice now. Boys from South Hills taking Mr. Mashlangu Elton in the Sihle in the corner. Going to the third round here now. Second round, should I say. Sechli coming out with a big wild punch, hoping to catch Brahma, but Brahma weathered the storm. Brahma's a funny guy at the gym. He doesn't mind sparring with anybody. He'll actually spar with everybody as long as they just take it easy. So he's become adept at blocking, and if I take him on the hand pads, nothing gets through. A real barrage of punches going through there. It's a nice jab. It's a block and stick, so as the guy jabs, you jab at the same time as him. Head guards come loose. All clear. Obviously got a serious punch there. His nose is bleeding. Ref stopped it so he could clean his nose. You don't want transmission of any diseases, as they say, for one thing, but also just Brahma pushing his man back there. Sechli handling the storm from Brahma. Sechli throwing a very good combination there. Body shot, overhand, and he seemed to have caught Brahma there. Brahma is starting to show lack of fitness here. The funny thing is, Brahma runs to gym 4Ks every day, and then he runs home 4Ks. So from a running perspective, he's doing his runs, so I expected a little bit more from Brahma in terms of fitness. Sechli holding in on there, and I think in the third round he's going to do pretty well. Here we go into the second round. This is the third round we're going into. Touch gloves. There we go. Can Sechli bring enough metal to this? Brahma looked a bit tired in the last round, even though he's got the better punches. He was looking a bit fatigued, so perhaps we can Sechli, being a young man, holds himself strong. You can see he's a bit overweight for his age, but strong enough to handle his weight. Sechli turning his opponent very nicely there. Brahma being turned and then took a shot with the right hand. Brahma getting his head too low. It's a bit of a messy fight. Holding. Instead of keeping their range with long range punching. This fight seems to have sort of slumped down into a slugfest wrestling match. Head guard came loose. And that ends that fight. Both boys, guys, really happy with each other. They sort of loved it. That's just really good to see. I'm a Muslim that is very appreciative of his life. He actually works in a spaza store, which is one of these corner cafes that they got here, and that's his daily job. And he makes his way to gym 3 times a week just to make sure that he gets his boxing in.
So, of course, these fighters, as we know, they're not going to be a winner, but as you saw after that fight, during the fight, they punched the snot out of one another, and then they hug afterwards. And that's what boxing is all about. Come on, let's hear for both these fighters. There's always going to be that mutual respect, and that's what we're looking for.
Good time.
Right, so let's hand over the medals to our referee. And of course, once again, before we give you that official result, let's hear from you. Those of you who think our fighter in the red corner did enough, let's hear it. You, just make some noise. All right. How about our blue corner? Who thinks he did enough? Right, of course, this is action boxing, and we don't have any winners unless there's a knockout, so we have a draw.
That's it.
Well done, guys.
Bit of a scrappy fight. Paulo Corey's our next big fight. He's a 40-year-old that's taking on 24-year-old Jared Hensberg.
All right, so while the fighters make their way out of the arena, let's move on to our next bout. This is bout number 10 of our action boxing this afternoon. So let's meet the fighters, first of all, in the red corner. Let's hear, please, for Paulo Corey.
But it's funny, no tattoos ever won a fight.
Right, folks, time now for us to meet his opponent and welcome him to the blue corner. Give it up, please, for Jared Hensberg.
Jared Hensberg boxed about 6 years ago, and he's recently made a return to the ring. He's a very committed boy, and apparently he's very good. I've heard only good things about him. And so today he's returned to the ring, and he phoned me and he said he definitely wants to be on this event. And so here he is. Next year he's going to go back to the pro ranks and then attempt a whole career in the pro field.
Right, folks, let's now do the official introduction. First of all, on my right hand and fighting out of the red corner, 40-year-old that hails out of Johannesburg, weighing in at 82 kilograms. He comes into this fight with just one draw behind his name. Give it up, please, for Paulo Palito Cosi.
It's Paulo, got his
And
real
his
moniker of a
opponent fighting
name,
out of the
Carlito.
blue corner, 24-year-old that weighs in at 72 kilograms. He hails out of the West Rand in Johannesburg. He comes into this fight with 7-3. Give it up, please, for Jared Einfirst Hensberg. Boxers.
Boxers, let's have a good clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Shake hands.
Here we go. Paulo and Jared off to fight. Paulo's got extremely long arms, and there's a 6 kilo weight difference in this. And there's a serious age gap. But Paulo was really keen, even though he found out his opponent is really sharp. He was willing to have a go. And I actually had to say to Jared, you know, like, you've got this. So you need to just take it easy. I can see after the first few punches that Jared's cool, calm, and collected. Paulo with his long arms needs to get that jab going. See Paulo pushing Jared around. He's got the 6 kilo advantage, but also the lack of experience. Jared coming with a nice left hook in there. Paulo throwing the hooks. He's got the longer arms. He can throw a hook that's the average length of a normal straight arm. I think Jared's just got to calculate how he fights this fight, because it will be slow poison. He knows he's got this. Just going to stay nice and tidy, box him nicely. And then, you know, Paulo, he trains as often as anybody else, but when you're 40 years old up against a 24-year-old, it's gonna get you. Just got to fix his head guard that popped off. Paulo is just letting it loose now. He knows he's got the power and height and weight advantage, so his punches are a little bit scrappy, throwing a whole myriad of different punches. Jared Hensberg coming in now. And I think Jared's going to find the cute punches now. Hensberg looks like he's fully in control. Not worried about how this fight goes. I'm sure he's pretty certain he's got this fight in the bag.
Trophy. So, what's Debbie at the front here? Or Rob, the other ball guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rob's here, let me go check with Debbie.
Okay.
Paulo came out with a full go at Jared. And then Jared caught him nicely with a little right uppercut there. Paulo still hanging in there, going to have a go. Dropped his hands, he's going to do it his way, he's saying. Jared taking a big left hook. Paulo does have the left hook always in his corner. Because with those long arms, he can do a lot with them. But he doesn't use those long arms to the best of his ability. Jared, you can see, is a classy little boxer. You can see Paulo is blowing heavily. The 40-year-old's taking some shots. He's caught 2 left hooks, two right uppercuts, and the left hook caught him nicely there. Paulo sort of resorted to his... That's it. It's a hard thing for a man to accept getting knocked down. I know Paulo well, and I know he won't like that, but he'll keep on going. He's got a huge heart, this guy. 29 seconds. Does he want to finish? And he said, yes, let's go. That's an honorable thing. Hanging for 10 seconds, then he'll make the 3rd round. And that's, I think, what he's hoping for. Jared just timing him. And Paulo is seriously tired. 40-year-old man hanging in there for dear life. Can his corner resurrect him? Johnny Kuhn helping him out in the corner there. And Keith giving them advice. Oh, that's it. They've thrown in the towel. So that's the end of that fight. There you go. The referee's announcing the fight's over.
In the Joburg South. Right, so of course, as we know, our fighters both walk away with something. Our referee will give them their medals. So I want to then, by way of retirement, into the red corner. You want a blue corner.
There you go. Paulo Sadley, Jared Ainsberg winning his fight, in his comeback fight. Paulo at 40, really having a go. Proud of him, he's done well. And this fight, this boxing is all about inclusion, everybody having a go. So I think Paulo just learned that there's a lot of work to go before he actually has a full go at any serious boxing.
Raising awareness on men's mental health and suicide prevention is an urgent and crucial endeavor.
This sense of this is not real, I am watching something that's not really my life. At the moment when I get the news that my son is no longer alive, the reality almost moves away. It's like there's no reality. It's almost like I am gone as well.
From the soft murmurings, a new voice is stirring, speaking out with fresh things to say. A voice not held back by the past, a voice connecting our futures. Quiet. Listen. It's time to be heard. Welcome, BGTN and the official BRICS Global Television Network, a cutting-edge multimedia brand whose core mission is to educate, promote, and develop the voices of BRICS. Watch BGTN on StarSat Channel 120 as we transport you to a new corner of the world.
Black Friday is coming to Studio 88. Enjoy huge savings on all your favorite brands. Visit us in-store or online from the 21st of November to the 3rd of December. Studio 88. Style on the move.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Fasten your seatbelts. We're about to land. Get ready for the destination of your life. BGTN, connecting our futures. From the soft murmurings, a new voice is stirring, speaking out with fresh things to say. A voice not held back by the past. A voice connecting our futures. Quiet. Now listen. It's time to be heard. Welcome BGTN, the official BRICS Global Television Network, a cutting-edge multimedia brand whose core mission is to educate, promote, and develop the voices of BRICS, bringing together people, places, leaders, and ideas, connecting, empowering, and inspiring. It's time for a new vision, a new unity, a new collaboration. It's time for BGTN. For the first time ever, a chance for the entrepreneur or supplier to connect with a manufacturer halfway around the world. For the first time ever, a media platform creating economic opportunities and changing lives. Ultimately broadcasting 24 hours a day live from our alliance of countries, BGTN, connecting our futures.
Right, welcome back to our live transmission at the Action Boxing right here in Johannesburg, South Africa. Of course, brought to you by BGTN. Right, so this next fight is our first and only ladies fight for this afternoon. It is, of course, our feature bout in the Action Box segment. But before I announce that, just to let you know, we're going to have a 15-minute recess after this before we switch over to our MasterBox segment of the afternoon. Right, so on we go then to our feature bout. That's our ladies' fight for this afternoon. Let's welcome the fighters into the ring. First of all, in the red corner. Let's hear it, please, for India, Ella. Right, folks, time for us to now meet her opponent and welcome her into the blue corner. Give it up, please, for Danielia Lloyd.
This should be a good fight. Danielia from the rough South Hills, and it's actually improved a lot in the last couple of years. But she's a strong girl, and India's going to have a work cut out. But India comes with a real professional, big match temperament, so we'll see if she can take on Daniela Lloyd. Coach Lyle bringing her to the ring. Daniela Lloyd there.
Right, folks, of course, just to let you know that this fight will be for an award. The award, of course, is the Southern Giant, the Lionel Hunter Award, and the winner of this bout will be receiving this award hereafter. Right, so of course, this is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. But before we do the official introduction, I want to ask you folks one little question. Are you ready? I'll take that as a yes. Right, folks, let's now move over to the fighters and officially introduce them one by one. First of all, fighting out of the red corner and on my right-hand side, 18-year-old out of Johannesburg, weighing in at 60 kilograms. She comes into this bout with 1 win, 1 loss. Give it up, please, for India, Bomber Ellen. And her opponent fighting out of the blue corner, 21-year-old hailing out of South Hills, weighing in at 60 kilograms, also comes into this bout with 1 win, 1 loss. Give it up, please, for Daniela Lloyd. Boxers.
Boxers, stand up the ring. Let's have a good clean fight. Obey my commands at all time. Boxer.
This is a big fight.
Let's have
it's
a good clean
for the
fight.
Lionel
Obey my
Hunter
commands
Trophy.
at all time.
The best boxer
Shake
in
hands.
this fight will win the coveted Lionel Hunter Trophy that we brought out last year. The girls fight at the Giant always gets to fight in honor of Lionel Hunter, who was a South warrior, a really good man. There we go. So I know Samantha's a hard puncher, and she's going to come at India with everything she's got. And she'll just, as she started, she's just going to keep on coming forward. She's a tough girl, and India's going to have to get up on her legs and move around. Pressure on India. He comes from a club. She's got at least 30 people here that come to support her. And her boyfriend is Jared Lovett, well-known fighter. Daniela just nailing a really straight, brilliant jab. Standing on the ground, and India stepping out, starting to get a bit more confidence. The nice high guard Samantha uses, and she likes the big punches. She had a full go as the fight started, obviously to scare India, but I think India will relax into this fight and start coming out with a whole lot of strategy next round. You can imagine a whole lot of body blows, because if your hands are so high, you can't protect the body. So I see a lot of body blows next round. India's still going. Oh, that's nice. The girl's letting it all hang out. Really impressive. But two brave girls at 18 willing to have a go. Comes back to a corner. Daniela getting advice from her boyfriend, Jared, also her coach. Johnny Quinn, the corner man. It seems like he's suggesting throw a couple punches, bring an overhand right, then on the cheekbone. Here we go for the second round of this Lionel Hunter bout. Winner of this bout, by virtue of what the referee says and the crowd say, is going to be the result. But obviously, Daniela Lloyd really putting on the pressure in the second round. India throwing some nice right hooks. She does love the right hook in the gym. She throws loads and then throws a 1-2 in the right hook. There comes the right hook again. And typically you teach a boxer to be a left hooker because it's the hand that's closest to the opponent, but she just loves that right hook. And she's coming through with a nice array of punches. She's got, she just keeps on coming. She does leave her head open at times and she gets caught with easy punches. But she's boxing nicely now. Both opponents, some nice overhand rights coming in there from Daniela. These are two brave girls. See, Daniela is really gasping for air there. And if India just keeps the pressure on, her jab is just beautiful. I mean, Daniela's got a nice jab. But I see she seems to be running out of gas. And if that's the case, I know Daniela's been training hard. Daniela's obviously going to put the pressure on heavily in the third round. End of that round. Daniela and India finished that round off. India was under a bit of pressure there from Daniela towards the end of the round, and this is the third round now, so are we going to see India dig deep or Daniela dig deep? Because this third round of this bout, being the title bout, it's important that the one that digs deep is actually, they've each got a round. So now this last round will, in my opinion, determine the winner. But the crowd get the nod on that, and the referee gets the final say. And in boxing, the referee's decision is final. So we'll see what the ref says. All she's got to do is keep her at bay, throw the long punches, and keep going. Okay, last round, yeah. They've been kicked out the corner, they're taking their time. Jared shouting to India, it's your last round. And she's coming out. She's going to give it all. I see Samantha, Daniela really having a full go. Tension in this place is extreme. Some nice moves there from India. The barrage of punches coming in from Samantha is something that India is struggling with. If there was a bit of range play, using your legs in and out, it would have been a much better, cleaner affair. She did use her legs well in the last two fights. It seems today she wants to stand in the pocket. And if you stand in the pocket with Daniela, it seems like she's going to have a go. So, last round of this fight. In 1 minute to go. Are we going to see any knockouts? Or are we going to see what looks like at the moment Daniela failing a bit and India now putting on the pressure. Nice left hook there from Daniela. Last couple of seconds, 30 seconds. Who can dig deep? India pouring on the pressure now. Can she do it? Can she walk in? This fight really is so close. It's hard to say who's going to win this fight. Oh, what a great fight. Girls digging deep all the way to the end there. It was a great... It's a good fight. Now we just await the decision from the crowd and the referee. So naturally, Peter's going to walk to the center of the ring, ask the crowd, who do you think won? This is our tournament from Southern Suburbs, box office, fight with insight. Daniela's our girl. You're going to hear a roar from the crowd. South Hills brought a span of their people, so can they outshout the Southerners from Suburbs? And just smiles all around. Two girls just about to hug each other, I'm sure. Yes, there you go. All's fair in love and war, as they say. And boy, has there been wars today.
Fighting better than some of the guys here today. Come on, who agree with me? This, by far, is probably one of the fights of the day so far. Oh, sorry. Right, so, as we know, action boxing doesn't have a winner. However, there is an award. It's the Southern Giant Lionel Hunter Award, and the winner of this bout will take that. So, between two or three of us, I'm not going to tell you who those people were who judged this bout. We got it as a 2-1 split. So fighters, if you would please, front and center. Your winner of the Southern Giant Lionel Hunter Award by split points decision. Put your hands together, please. For India, Bama Ellis.
India put in at the end of the fight there, sort of got her the win. But they're all friends in love and war. And that's it. Both of them walk home, go off with a trophy. And India Ellis, the second lady ever to win the Ellis, the Lionel Hunter Trophy.
Right, folks, that then concludes our action boxing segment for this afternoon. We're going to take a 5-minute recess, and then we'll come back with the MasterBox segment for this afternoon. See you then.
Black Friday is coming to Studio 88. Enjoy huge savings on all your favorite brands. Visit us in-store or online from the 21st of November to the 3rd of December. Studio 88. Style on the move.
That was quite something. That's the best we've had yet of Action Box. And I've got with me Johnny Anthony. Now, Johnny, you were going to be fighting a little later on. We'll get to that now, but your impressions of what you just saw?
Yeah, very good fight. India did well. I don't know the other girl. My wife actually fought India in the last event. Also a very close fight. Good boxers. And they actually won the fight of the day, Yeah, good to see women boxing and performing like that.
It really was good, it really was. Now, the fight of the day was going to be you versus Jared Lovett. What happened?
Well, it's hard to really say what happened. There was a lot of, as everybody knows, unfortunate circumstances took place today. There was a lot of fighting in the crowd, and one thing led to another, and Jared had to pull out of the event. Yeah, I don't know what more to say. I would have loved to have the fight. I was in a fight against a top boxer, a machine. But it didn't work out like that. But we had an agreement that we'll...
The next event, I mean, you put a lot of preparation into this. Just take us through what you've been doing over the past few months.
Well, I actually wasn't going to get this fight, to be honest. I fought Anton Roux in the last event. Lost by split decision. Very, very tough fight. And Anton Roux was going to go through and fight Jared Lovett today. Anton Roux damaged his hand, broke his wrist, and they offered me the fight. I spoke to my trainer, Mimo. He said, Leo, we can take it. And I've been putting in the hard work every single day since. Trained my heart out, lost 6 kilograms, and I was ready. To say I would have won it, but it would be a lovely event, a lovely fight for an event like this and everyone to watch.
My understanding is, Johnny, that it's been a long time in coming, that you guys have wanted to fight each other for a very long time. What's that all about? What's happened?
No. We don't have any beef in that situation. I was never actually called to fight him, but I knew that he would go through and I would have a shot at him.
So what happens next now? You said you'll meet him soon. Any date that's set?
Well, that's all up to the promoters, We had our own little agreement to say that, obviously I don't want to take the title like this. There's no way to win a title. I want to fight for it and win it fair or lose, and he wins it fair. And that's an agreement we had, so we'll try to honour it and face each other in the future and decide the real winner, I don't believe I'm the real winner to take it like this, but that's just how I feel.
Today's MasterBox, today's Action Box, what is the one thing you can take away from today? One thing that you've seen today and you thought to yourself, I'm happy to be here because this is boxing at its best.
Look, there's no other sport in the world like this. There's no purer form of sport, in my opinion, than two people, men or women, squaring up in the ring and having a fight. You train your heart out. It is the most physically demanding sport, mentally demanding sport. I'm 47 years old now, still strong, and it's because of boxing. So what I can take away from today is a lot of disappointment that I didn't get to perform or showcase my skills, and hopefully in the future it can happen again. And I think we must all keep the name of the sport, boxing, it's a clean, fun-filled event.
Sure. Johnny Anthony, I really wish you the best for the future. I look forward to standing in the same position when you take on Jared Lovett. All the best for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
So that's MasterBox for you. That's sport for you. Sometimes things don't sort of pan out the way you think they're going to pan out, but we will be back because this is MasterBox. Some more MasterBox and a bit of Action Box still to go.
Our armed response officers have stable and proven track records with special tactical and operations training. All our armed response units are properly armed, equipped, and assisted by experienced and trained canine officers. Our alliance with ER24's medical response enables us to provide unmatched medical response and assistance to our client base, their fleets, and personnel. Medical response is crucial in dealing with incidents such as hijackings, armed robberies, and vehicle accidents. An anti-hijacking unit will entail the dispatching of a specialized anti-hijack team for recovery, dedicated or incident-based. All the anti-hijack vehicles are registered as emergency vehicles and are clearly marked. Delta Blue Security. We are here for you.
Black Friday is coming to Studio 88. Enjoy huge savings on all your favorite brands. Visit us in-store or online from the 21st of November to the 3rd of December. Studio 88. Style on the move.
Today has been amazing. We've seen phenomenal performances and incredible boxing action. There were punches that got us holding our breath, and right next to me is someone that is experienced also in the sport. What can you tell us about today?
I love boxing. I've always had a fascination about boxing. It's my life. It's my son boxed, I boxed. We've all been there, and I just love it. I can get in that ring, I can box anybody. I love it. I love my life with boxing.
What is the weekend before
Me and you, what was your favorite match today?
Well, my favorite match was the Love It. India. Well, I loved everybody. I loved even the guys that were all on the, what is that, BGTN. I loved them. I stood up for them. I loved them. They're my favorite. I am with the BGTN. I love it.
Tell us how these punches make you feel. How do they make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel that I want to get in there and just hit the hell out of them. But I'm not allowed to. I was told to back off from the stage because I'm getting overexcited. But I love it. That's my life. I've always been in boxing. I've been a fanatic of boxing. It's my life.
Well, there you have it. It has been indeed a great day. And Ben will give you more updates on this.
I love boxing. My life. Praise the Lord. My boxers are good. Thank you, my angel, for being there and choosing the ones. Thank you.
Enjoy huge savings on all your favorite brands. Visit us in-store or online from the 21st of November to the 3rd of December. Studio 88. Style on the move.
Our armed response officers have stable and proven track records with special tactical and operations training. All our armed response units are properly armed, equipped, and assisted by experienced and trained K9 officers. Our alliance with ER24's medical response enables us to provide unmatched medical response and assistance to our client base, their fleets, and personnel. Medical response is crucial in dealing with incidents such as hijackings, armed robberies, and vehicle accidents. An anti-hijacking unit will entail the dispatching of a specialized anti-hijack team for recovery, dedicated or incident-based. All the anti-hijack vehicles are registered as emergency vehicles and are clearly marked. Delta Blue Security. We are here for you.
Thank you very much for joining us. This is BGTN. We are bringing you MasterBox from the south of Johannesburg. I'm now joined by the man himself, the chairperson of MasterBox South Africa, Stephen Castle. Stephen, welcome to BGTN.
Thank you for having me.
What is your impression so far?
Well, look, of the events, we've had obviously a little bit of a disruption earlier with some of the earlier events, and some of the behavior was very poor. But now it's MasterBox time, and now you're going to see how it should be done. So I'm looking forward to what we have left in MasterBox tonight. We've obviously had 2 fights that have fallen away, but we've got a good card still left, and it's going to be an exciting night of fights still.
When things like that happen, Stephen, it's not good for boxing, not good for MasterBox South Africa. How do you rectify or maybe avoid such things from happening in future?
Look, you're always hoping that things like that don't happen. Unfortunately, you can't control everybody as much as you'd like to. But we've got to keep moving on. We don't want to focus on the bad. We want to focus on the people that are still here. We want to focus on the fighters that are here. And we want to move forward and get them in the ring. They've done hard work. They've trained hard. So we want to reward them with a show. So let's do it.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was the man himself, the chairperson of MasterBox South Africa, Stephen Castle. I hope you're going to hear a lot from him during the day. There's more to come. And MasterBox is kicking off up next. Thank you very much.
Our armed response officers have stable and proven track records with special tactical and operations training. All our armed response units are properly armed, equipped, and assisted by experienced and trained canine officers. Our alliance with ER24's medical response enables us to provide unmatched medical response and assistance to our client base, their fleets, and personnel. Medical response is crucial in dealing with incidents such as hijackings, armed robberies, and vehicle accidents. An anti-hijacking unit will entail the dispatching of a specialized anti-hijack team for recovery, dedicated or incident-based. All the anti-hijack vehicles are registered as emergency vehicles and are clearly marked. Delta Blue Security. We are here for you.
Black Friday is coming to Studio 88. Enjoy huge savings on all your favorite brands. Visit us in-store or online from the 21st of November to the 3rd of December. Studio 88. Style on the move.
South African townships have had a significant influence on the sound of music. Townships, which were racially segregated areas during apartheid, were hubs of creativity and cultural expression.
If music can make people react and respond in a particular way, so you can imagine how important it is to have music in society.
Radio DJs have historically played a significant role in shaping the music industry and the sound of popular music.
There we fuse pop sounds and disco sounds of the 70s going into the 80s. And that's how we got our township pop sound, or what we called Afro pop.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live again, and on we go then to the MasterBox segment of this evening. We're just waiting for one or two of our officials to arrive, and we'll get things underway. But let me just tell you, we've got 4 exciting bouts on the cards for you, so don't go anywhere, stick around, and I'll do the introductions for you as soon as I get a thumbs up, which I think I have right now. Right, so let's get our fighters into the ring then. First of all, in the red corner, let's give it up, please, for Jeff Aqua.
This is Jeff Aqua. He comes out of Box Office. He's been training with Box Office, myself, Anton, for about 6 months, and he's had quite a few action boxing fights. And this is his first MasterBox fight.
He's actually, and welcome him to the blue corner. Give up, please, for Manja Ndibu.
Sure. Okay. So, yeah, we got Manja and Ndibu coming to the ring. His opponent, Jeff Ekwa, is a fourth Dan karate champion from Cameroon. And Manja is all the way from the Congo, and he's a judo champion. So we've got two other sport champions coming into the boxing fray with MasterBox, which is a big thing. It gives everybody over the age of 35 a chance to experience what a professional boxer would experience. And so this is Manja and Jeff stepping up to have a go at this. Both of them are weighing in the region of 95 to 100 kilos. Manja definitely got the height and reach advantage. Manja's brother, funny enough, is Bernardo Makisi, the EFC former heavyweight champion. And you can see by those long arms, he should be able to keep Jeff Ekwa at bay.
The introduction then for this
with
fight,
the jabs.
This of course is a MasterBox.
I've been working with both these fighters,
all of the
so
bouts this evening are sanctioned by
we will see how this
MasterBox
goes.
South Africa.
This is a nice intro for two
This of
guys
course
wanting
is
to
a super
experience what
welterweight Gauteng title bout.
action boxing is
So
all
the
about.
winner here will walk away with that title this afternoon. Let's do the official introduction then. But before we get to the fighters, let me introduce the ringside judges and of course our referee in charge of this bout. Our ringside judges are Rapule Machi, Stephen Castle and Peter Moller. Your referee in charge of the action once the bell goes is Sanet Buerta. Over now to the fighters. First of all, on my right hand side and fighting out of the red corner. Weighing in at 95 kilograms, he comes into this bout 3-1. He's out of Cameroon at age 38. Give that please for Jeff Jesus Forte Ekwa.
Jeff Ekwa, the karate champion, hoping to beat the judo champion.
And his opponent
Hopefully we don't get stuck in too much wrestling and there's just pure boxing.
39-year-old out of the DRC, weighing in at 98 kilograms, making his debut on MasterBox this afternoon. Give it up, please, for Manja Ndibu.
There you go, there's Manja Ndibu, the judo champion all the way from the Congo. Let's see if he's got his brother's fighting spirit, being Bernardo Makisi.
When I say stop, is stop. When I say break, is break. Heads up at all time. No inside glove. Don't get below the glove. Okay?
Suzette giving the instructions there to the two fighters. It's 2 minutes, eh? Yeah, 3 2-minute rounds. Yeah. You see that tapping of the gloves, it's an MMA thing. They don't do it in boxing. You touch once, you step back and you come out fighting. But it has been brought into boxing quite a bit lately, where the guys are starting to do that just before the fight starts. It's funny how the MMA has come across into the boxing and they're doing the same things. It's gone. It's going to take a few seconds to replace the headgear. They're still ironing each other out, as they say in the South. But what they're doing is still trying to measure each other. They've got some judo skills, some karate skills. I don't know how much boxing is going to come through. Manja's going to throw the jabs. He waits too long. Manja should be throwing that jab a little bit earlier. And that head guard of Jeff's isn't treating him well and doing him any favors. They're still in the checking out phase of this, and because this is their first fight, both of them ever, and they went straight into MasterBox. And there's different levels of MasterBox. You've got beginners, you've got former pros and former amateurs, and so each guy will get rated in beginner, intermediate and obviously a senior being a champion. Both guys have felt each other's power and they're not wanting to engage each other. And all they have to do is throw the jab. I know both these guys very well, and if they just start throwing the jab, they'll be much better off. That's it, the end of the round. Not much action happening. The guys are still testing each other and seeing what the other man's got. They're also a bit fearful of what the other guy has to offer. Chris giving advice to Manja in the corner there, telling him to use the jab, obviously. Tyron Angelo, the corner man there, he's been part of Southern Suburbs boxing for about 30 years. Since 1994, at least 30 years. The corner a bit late in getting out. So let's see if Manja can get that jab going. Jeff's got to slip and get inside and start throwing the hooks. There you go, there's the big shots. So obviously the corner man, being Rob Wall, gave him the idea that you've got to throw big overhand rights, and he has started to deliver them. And Chris obviously gave advice to Manja that he's got to use a long jab. The thing is, Jeff is better closer up. That headgear seems to be a problem. So Jeff now is stepping on the gas. He realized he was doing well against Manja with his swings and what have you. So that overhand right is really doing well. He's got some, you know, that strike that he's got there. It's a typical karate strike. And this head guard is a big issue. So I see they're running to the back there to get a proper head guard. And essentially, a boxer would get, after it's happened a couple of times, it would just become a disqualification. Chris Buckler handing it to Rob Ball there. So as the fight starts, I imagine that Jeffy's going to come out with his Tyson style, rumbling, slipping and throwing big punches. So let's see if that happens. Jeff's going to keep him at bay with the jab. Manja throwing a really good jab now. He's got that long-range jab worked out. Hit the jab and step back. There's a nice straight right hand. A little bit slow. He would have. That's a nice right hand from Jeff. Putting it over the top. If he could just keep his hands up, there comes a swinging. If anybody throws a left hook now. Box. End of that round. A little bit more action than the previous round. You always wonder what the coaches are going to say in the corner when they come back to the corner. Jeff, I can see that Rob is saying to him, just calm down, wait for him and throw the overhand right. And Chris in the other corner is saying to Manja, keep the jabs long, step back and keep him at bay. Touch him up, touch him downstairs. So I'm a totally different coach. I would just be saying something like throw right hand and the left hook.
This is your third and final round. Boxers, touch gloves.
Here we go, third round, the final round of the fight. These are beginners in the MasterBox arena, so they only fight 3 rounds. Jeff worried about his head guard, and Manja is stepping on the gas. He's really trying to keep Manja stepped up to the plate, and off he goes. The referee is disregarding that head guard now. It's a problem, so she's going to just let the fight go and happen as it is. One minute left of this initiator for the MasterBox guys. Last 45 seconds of this fight to go. Manja taking control of this fight with the long jab, keeping it in Jeff's face, and he's trying to use his legs nicely, a lot better than he was in the gym. Catching Jeff. Oh, Jeff can't see so well with that head guard issue. He's getting caught with some serious blows, but he has strength, and in the last 15 seconds, are we going to see a knockout? And I doubt it. Jeff and Manja have survived their first MasterBox fight as they initiate themselves into boxing. It was a nice performance there at the end by Manja, keeping his guy at bay. Obviously the head guard became an issue for Jeff, and couldn't box as well as he wanted to.
Bout done and dusted, and of course he's for the super welterweight Gauteng title. We go to the official judges' scorecards, and I'll give you that result in just a few seconds.
So the referees collecting the scorecards. They go to Philip Durant, who will now tally them up, and the referee will announce the winner of this fight. Coming to the center of the ring, our next fight is Patrick Gates versus Sean Burtis, and that's also two beginners, Patrick Gates being a policeman from Southern Suburbs Box Office Gym. And Jean Boertes.
Working out the scores to see exactly what the ringside judges or how they scored that bout. Let's hear from you who you think may have won that bout. Those of you who think our fighter in the red corner did enough, let's hear it. And how about the blue corner? All right, so the official result is just about here, and we'll see. I have been informed, though, that this isn't, in fact, a super welterweight Gauteng title fight. This is purely just another fight for these guys, and they will step towards that Gauteng title at a later stage.
So this is a grading fight, as it says, and basically gives the guys an initiation into the boxing world. And then from there they can rate them and then put them in a rating system, and they can work their way up to heavyweights.
Right, so the official result
then, if you see the heavyweights,
bout
there's a lot of work to be
#1.
done. We've got the heavyweight eliminator happening.
Ringside judges scored the bout as follows. Judge Mache scored the bout 28-29. Judge Castle scored the bout 28-29. As did Judge Moller, scored the bout 28-29. Your winner then by unanimous points decision. Put your hands together, please. For Manja Ndibu.
Manja Ndibu getting his first win and his first boxing fight ever against Jeff Aqua, who just loves competing. Both these guys just want to do that for the sake of competing, and it's a bucket list tick. And I know both these guys will carry on fighting. There's lots of work to do, and they've both accepted that, I'm sure. Our next fight is Patrick Gates versus Jean Boertes, and we can expect some action there. Okay.
Our armed response officers have stable and proven track records with special tactical and operations training. All our armed response units are properly armed, equipped, and assisted by experienced and trained canine officers. Our alliance with ER24's medical response enables us to provide unmatched medical response and assistance to our client base, their fleets, and personnel. Medical response is crucial in dealing with incidents such as hijackings, armed robberies, and vehicle accidents. An anti-hijacking unit will entail the dispatching of a specialized anti-hijack team for recovery, dedicated or incident-based. All the anti-hijack vehicles are registered as emergency vehicles and are clearly marked. Delta Blue Security. We are here for you.
Black Friday is coming to Studio 88. Enjoy huge savings on all your favorite brands. Visit us in-store or online from the 21st of November to the 3rd of December. Studio 88. Style on the move.
My name is Jean Boertes. My boxing background is I have one action box fight and I'm having a MasterBox fight, my first MasterBox fight now this Friday, and then on the 25th of November, the big one. My son is my hero. He's a very, very good boxer. He's actually the boxer. He's the Gauteng champion this year in his weight class, and he's going to the SAs in December with his team. He has a great team with him. We have a great amateur team here, and I'm proud to be part of it. And my son is my inspiration. The thing about boxing is obviously it gives you confidence, but the reason it will give you confidence is because you go through a lot. The fitness, just the road work you're doing every day. hundreds and hundreds and thousands of push-ups, bag work, pad work. So the commitment to be a boxer is huge. That's why I have so much respect for the sport, and especially the pro boxers out there. It's an amazing opportunity for guys over 35. So I'm very proud to be part of the MasterBox group, and yeah, it's a massive opportunity. So this is a passion thing and not a career thing. I pray before every fight. So I pray for my opponent as well, so that nobody gets serious injury or something like that. Well, I'm coming in fit, I'm coming in strong, and I have lots of skills, so it's going to be a good fight. You can expect something special.
Right, folks, on we go then to our next MasterBox SA bout. This, of course, is also scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Let's meet the fighters. First of all, in the red corner, let's hear it, please, for Patrick Gates.
Always been a long repetition. Lately it's catching me in the air. Got me losing count of these bags. I'm moving too fast. Hard times don't last. Remember when cops and rats talking out my ass? Boy, you ain't shit but a bitch with a badge. Trying to keep me down. All this time, I thought I'd make it out. No, no.
Right, let's now meet his opponent and welcome him into the blue corner. Give it up, please, for Jean Buertes.
All right, I'll go for it. Okay, so we got Patrick Gates here on the left in the red corner. Patrick Gates is a policeman. He boxed 20 years ago on this event against Archie Katzen, and this year, he's made a comeback to boxing, and he just wants to taste life again. He got shot 4 times last year in a cash and transit heist. He's a very well-known policeman, and this is his way of getting rid of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and it's been working well. His wife is very happy that he's boxing because it's something of an outlet for him. And Jean Buertes, as you saw in his post story, he's boxing because his son is a boxer and he wants to emulate his son, which is very unusual. It's normally the other way around. So I take my hat off to him, and yeah, let's see how we go with these guys. I've watched Jean fight, and obviously I train Patrick, and it should be a good fight. Jean's very clean boxing type of fighter, nice hands up, boxing like a really good amateur or a really good pro. And Patrick is pretty much the same. I train my guys on a lot of slipping and rolling at the gym, so I do imagine we'll have quite a bit of that coming from Patrick. We'll be playing with range and testing each other out. Jean has had his first MasterBox fight.
Right, folks, let's do the
Sean's
official
had his
introduction
first
then of this
MasterBox
bout.
fight about a month
First of
ago,
all,
and obviously
fighting
the
out
bug is
of
bitten now,
the red corner.
and he wants to have another fight.
Before I get there,
here he
let's
is,
introduce to you the officials.
taking a chance to
We
be a
have,
legend.
Our judges, ringside, Sinet Botma, Bota, Rapule Machi, Peter Moller. Your referee in charge of the action when the bell goes is Carl Botma, and your official timekeeper is Claude van Staden. And now over to the gladiators. First of all, fighting out of the red corner, 37-year-old, hailing out of Johannesburg, weighing in at 73 kilograms. He comes into this fight with 2 fights, and 2 of those are wins. Get it up, please, for Patrick Slow Poison Gaines.
Yeah, we've got a southern crowd here, so they'll all be fully behind Patrick. Yeah, he's a very well-known
his opponent
policeman.
fighting out of
like
the
I said.
blue corner, 38-year-old out of Pretoria, weighing in at 73 kilograms. He comes into this with a MasterBox record of 1-0. Make some noise, please, for Juan Boots Botha. Boxers.
So they follow the amateur protocols where you come to the ring without your gear on, gloves and head guard, and then they put it on once they get to the ring. So everybody getting on board and understanding how MasterBox works will slowly start to realize you've got to jump in the ring fully kitted up. It's a new sport. It evolved here in South Africa in November 20th last year at the same venue.
Break. A call stop, you stop. Kids keep it clean, shake hands. Good luck.
Here we go. I'm very nervous for Patrick to see how he goes against Sean Botha. He's ducking nicely under that jab. And he's the shorter of the two, so he's obviously going to keep on slipping and ducking. And he's moving nicely. Sean Botha's found the uppercut there. Watched him duck into the same place as he has been. And he caught him with a nice right uppercut. There's the uppercut again. Obviously against shorter guys, you throw the uppercut, you catch him as they duck into the uppercut. I imagine a body shot with an overhand right is going to be coming soon from Patrick, because that's his trademark punch, and he does really well with it. So it's early rounds, we're just testing each other out. Patrick picking his guy off nicely, slipping and hitting, making sure he doesn't get hit, moving his head all the time, going to the body, going to the head. And so these are things we train in the gym often. He slips, he moves his head nicely. He's really become a nice little Tyson fighter, slipping and punching from angles. Punching straight into the chest, stops a man coming in. Trying some different things there. I see Jean's changing up his tactics, and so is Patrick. Patrick doing well in this round. We've got 7 seconds left, and I think he's got his first round in the bag. He's been chopping away at that kidney, and I think he put that round in the bag. And it's purely favoritism on my part because they come from my gym, but I really do think Patrick won that round, and I don't have a say with the judges, so we'll see how it goes. Sean Botha, I wonder what sort of advice we're going to have. Johnny Kuhn giving Patrick Gates some advice. Johnny Kuhn is the SA middleweight champion, and he'll be defending it early next year, probably on Stephen Castle's event. You can hear the advice coming from people here on the side. They're saying, move your head, Patrick, and Patrick's been doing that very nicely. So Double jab cross to the body on the left side.
Basically, when the pharmaceutical companies sold the vaccines to us, they had indicated that these are the expiry dates on the vaccines, and you will have to just take it or leave it. If you don't want it, we will give it to somebody else. And at that time, there was huge demand for vaccines, and so we had to basically take whatever we could get.
In a world that's rife with pandemics, what's important? Profits or saving human life?
As the countries in Africa, especially within the SADC region, it wasn't. It was not easy. You could have money, but you could not get any supply.
You are a medical doctor. It almost sounds like you're speaking against your field of practice. How did one man know what's going to happen to the world?
If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus.
We believe Bill Gates. Is he a doctor? No, he's not a doctor.
Were governments bullied to sign contracts with vaccine manufacturers? BGTN unpacks the truth in this special documentary, Connecting Our Futures. For this carefree teenager, what she initially thought is a simple itching eye and headache in 2022 proved to be a life-changing medical condition.
As long as a child will die of cancer, then there's an area to research, so why did that child die? So I think that's really, really important.
For parents of children courageously battling cancer, each day becomes a journey marked by strength, resilience, and unwavering love.
Now, many debate that pesticides and fertilizers are harmful to our health. Is this true? The decision is up to you. Should we be farming for health or also considering food security? For Green Currency, my name is Nonkululeko Mantula. Thank you for tuning in.
What would you say is the most rewarding part?
So, this blind kid arrives. I get emotional. And he's special needs and he's blind. And they can't talk to him. So I grab him and I put him on the boxing bag and I put the gloves on and I illustrate to him, hit the bag. And just to see this child learn in 1 minute how to let his aggression go, and he loved it. And he was squealing because obviously he was mentally challenged and things like that. Just to see that, sure, it was incredible.
coming to Studio 88. Enjoy huge savings on all your favorite brands. Visit us in-store or online from the 21st of November to the 3rd of December. Studio 88. Style on the move.
Our armed response officers have stable and proven track records with special tactical and operations training. All our armed response units are properly armed, equipped, and assisted by experienced and trained canine officers. Our alliance with ER24's medical response enables us to provide unmatched medical response and assistance to our client base, their fleets, and personnel. Medical response is crucial in dealing with incidents such as hijackings, armed robberies, and vehicle accidents. An anti-hijacking unit will entail the dispatching of a specialized anti-hijack team for recovery, dedicated or incident-based. All the anti-hijack vehicles are registered as emergency vehicles and are clearly marked. Delta Blue Security. We are here for you.
My name is James Say, ring name The Machine. I'm 60 years old. I think the oldest competitive master boxer in South Africa. And I am going into my 52nd white collar and master box fight on the 25th of November at Anton Gilmore's Southern Giant. And I think that is also a South African record, if I'm not mistaken. 15 years now, averaging 4 fights a year, mostly white collar until the recent advent of master boxing on a competitive level under the Sonabo regulatory banner, and only 2 fights in that circuit so far, but thoroughly enjoying it. No concerns. I know only really the name of my opponent. I know he's apparently a boxing coach himself, a guy by the name of Riaz Morgan, but I don't know much about him beyond that. But I'm looking forward to the fight. He's a little bit younger than me, but that tends to be the case. I'm giving him 15 years, I think it's, or maybe more. Anyway. Let's start.
My name is Riaz Morgan. I'm from Lenasia. Been boxing for about 7 years. Prior to that, I kickboxed for about 10 years. After kickboxing, I took up boxing, obviously as the next progression. My current coach, from a long lineage of fighters, his father was the coach. He fought under his father and now he's our coach. The quality of our training is good. It's the iron sharpens iron, and I'm definitely a product of that. I'll obviously give my best, but I'm quietly confident that I'm going to be, or I'll steal the show on that day. So I try to just focus on myself. If I train and don't cut corners, do what I need to do, and then I like my chances against anybody. On the 25th of November is going to be an action-packed night. I promise you action from start to end. I'm training my hardest. My opponent, I hope you're training hard. If you're not, it's going to be a long night. It can be a short night for you. It's going to depend on you. But if you're not chopping your wood, then it's going to be a scary long night.
Black Friday is coming to Studio 88. Enjoy huge savings on all your favorite brands. Visit us in-store or online from the 21st of November to the 3rd of December. Studio 88. Style on the move.
Our armed response officers have stable and proven track records with special tactical and operations training. All our armed response units are properly armed, equipped, and assisted by experienced and trained canine officers. Our alliance with ER24's medical response enables us to provide unmatched medical response and assistance to our client base, their fleets, and personnel. Medical response is crucial in dealing with incidents such as hijackings, armed robberies, and vehicle accidents. An anti-hijacking unit will entail the dispatching of a specialized anti-hijack team for recovery, dedicated or incident-based. All the anti-hijack vehicles are registered as emergency vehicles and are clearly marked. Delta Blue Security. We are here for you.
Few years. I do it as a hobby and a sport to keep myself in shape and fit. And doing this MasterBox is just to see if I still have it. I own an engineering shop. That's what I do for a living. The gym, I've got the gym here. It's just my hobby to keep the sport, my passion alive. In the small town that we don't have too many boxes, but I've got a few guys that help with the boxing. Majority of my people are boxing fitness. My prices are very low. I keep it low because it's more about passion. It's not about a business. Look, I'll have to. Luke is a tough opponent. Everybody's got their own style of fighting. I've seen him fight before. Watching a guy fight and fighting him is two different things. I can only tell when I'm in the ring with him. Yeah, I'm sure that I think most of the crowd have been to a few MasterBox events, and these guys, they're there to put up a show. That's why they're doing it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it again. Even at my age, doing it again, I'm not going to go there to look foolish or anything, so I'm going to go and give them a good shot. That's why we do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, on we go then to our main event for this evening, of course, in our MasterBox South Africa segment of this evening's boxing action. Of course, we're coming to you live from Johannesburg South in Johannesburg, South Africa, courtesy of BGTN. Right, so let's first meet the fighters, bring them in, and then we'll do the official introductions. First of all, in the red corner, let's hear it, please, for Luke Sutherland.
I am at the I'm here.
This is my job. I will not quit it. Pull me out the depths when I thought that I was finished. Yeah, I question if I could go the distance. That's
Yeah, I'm
just
here,
the
yeah.
word, regardless of who's listening. Listen. See, I was meant to be a warrior, like something amongst me. Leave here victorious, class with the kids. But with any performing, if I did it for the money, I'd have been a fucking lawyer.
I'm here. Okay, so now we got the fight between Luke Sutherland and Bevan Beckman. Both of them are former professional fighters. Luke did very well. He actually fought one or two of my fighters in the day. He fought Warren LaRue, and it was a great fight at Apache's in the East Rand. It was a good bout. Anyway, Luke was up there. He was a contender for the SA title. If I'm not mistaken, he did fight for the SA title at some stage. And he's trained by back in the day, he was trained by Stephen Castle, the president of MasterBox. And here he is with his new crew. And from a training perspective, I know that he was training really hard. So Luke's here to actually win this eliminator for the SA heavyweight title. Bevan Beckman, also a former heavyweight fighter. And he had a decent run.
And Anton, when you talk about Luke Sutherland, I had the opportunity to go to his to his gym. He can hit very hard, you know that. And one thing that interests me, I was interested in Luke, it was the fact that the fights that he had recently, he actually gave away his winnings. He doesn't jump into the ring just to make money. He's that man, he's that guy. But I must tell you, this guy can hit very hard.
And Luke Sutherland is actually a biker. He's very well known in the Crusaders. So he's got a huge following by him. He's a very quiet guy. You know.
Yeah.
You've met him. He's a very sullen type of person. He's got a good heart. He supports charities and things like that. So, yeah, I do appreciate him and respect him a lot.
Yeah, Beckman, when you talk about Beckman, we're supposed to come into the ring right now. The man from the East, Anton, the man is running a gym by himself, in the middle of nowhere, so to speak. But it's not about him making money. It's about the love for boxing.
Yeah.
And what interests me is the fact that Beckman, an engineer, and when I spoke to Luke, he told me, he said, Ben, I'm an engineer as well. And I look at it, I said, oh, this is the battle of the engineers.
That's interesting. Bevan giving his winnings away and what have you, that's a fantastic type of person that's in there, you know what I'm saying? So, very interesting.
Yes, we're waiting for the man to arrive. Luke must be getting called in the ring. And
Maybe he's asking the news
we
give them food. Yeah.
We're waiting for the red man. We're waiting for... Here he comes, the man that we've been waiting for. Bevan is here. Luke has been waiting for him in the ring. This is the battle of the engineers, ladies and gentlemen.
This is going to be a really interesting fight. I know Bevan can hold his own with just about anybody. You can see he's a lot bigger. He's 110 kilos. Coming into this fight, 109 kilos. So we're going to see a real war here. Bevan's no slouch, and Luke's trained himself into the ground. I know that. He's fought really, trained really hard. So I expect big things from this fight. Both of these guys are really good heavyweight fighters, you know. And we had a fight after this, obviously got cancelled. But this fight will actually surprise everybody today. This is going to be the fight of the day.
This is going to be the fight of the day indeed, Anton. And it looks like it's going to be a very short night. I'm expecting a very short night.
I don't predict knockout in this one. This is going to be, look, they got 16-ounce gloves. So those knockouts don't come as easily. But I mean, they're heavyweights, and 16 ounce is what they normally train with. So both of these guys are nuggety. They've got great defense. They're going to whack each other, and because they experienced horses, they can weather the storm.
Let's hand over to the ring announcer.
Make some noise, please, for Luke Sergeant Sutherland. And of course, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Also hailing out of Johannesburg, a 44-year-old weighing in at 110 kilograms, comes into this fight with 10 fights behind his name, and all of those 10 are wins. Give it up, please, for Bevan Beckman.
Here we go. Gentlemen, this is going to be a real penguin show. I tell you, Bevan Beckman can put it up, and he's really good. I know he's been sparring with some seriously good guys. And Luke Sutherland is just nuggety. Luke's the silent man that can actually do it in the ring. He's one of those guys. So, yeah, I expect big things here. This will be the first time I've actually seen Bevan. I've heard so much about him. So let's see how we go.
Anton, we haven't seen a knockdown or a knockout tonight. This is the shot of the main event. I'm seeing a knockout here. I'm seeing that we haven't seen any knockout throughout the bouts. These guys can hit hard.
Yeah, I'm very surprised we haven't had knockouts today. We've had a few knockdowns, but no knockouts. And, Luke's come out storming, and perhaps he runs out of gas. This is the eliminator. It's a 5-round fight. They've got a long time to go. So Bevan's just going to weather the storm, and then he's going to start putting the work on Luke later on, perhaps. But Luke's looking really good, and if he's fit, as I've been told,
it looks like Luke came here to finish.
He'll be able to keep this pace up, you know.
It looks like Luke came here not to waste his time. It's like it's Onare.
Luke's got intentions to win the SA title. This is the eliminator for the title. And from here, let's see where it goes for Luke or Bevan. Depends on who wins. You know, they're leaning on each other, sitting there in the pocket.
I think Bevan has been hanging on that corner for a long time.
I think Bevan's got a strategy. Hold on a bit, let him expose his game, and then pick up the pace afterwards, see what he's going to offer. So,
are we seeing Luke going for the kill and Bevan saying, you know what, I'll
Luke's here to actually go get it. He wants to go get it. Bevan's cool, calm and collected. He's going to calculate when he's actually going to pull off his move, whenever it is. And so we just got to wait. Luke keeps on backing him up to the ropes, and I really do believe Bevan's just absorbing what he's got. Now the sting will be removed from his punches, and then Bevan, I surmise, will come out the next round with something, you know. Yeah. His corner going to tell him, listen, you've got to wake up a bit. And if they've seen where the holes are in Luke's strategy and fight strategy, then they're going to try and go for that moment. But
what's next for these guys, Anton, after this? What's next for them? Whoever wins here, what is there for them?
So this is the eliminator for the heavyweight title, Ben. So once they finish this fight, whoever's next in line for the heavyweight title, they will fight that guy, and that's going to be for the heavyweight title.
As you said, we're looking for something big happening in 2024. It looks like it's going to be a great year for boxing, for MasterBox.
Yeah, for sure. Like you've got two big names in boxing coming back into the MasterBox for an eliminator for the heavyweight title. So Stephen Castle is going to put these guys on soon for the heavyweight title. So we can expect a really good show there from Stephen.
Yes, here we go, round number 2. I don't know if Bevan managed to take the steam out of Luke. We'll see what comes up.
Yeah. Bevan opening up to the body. That's an interesting... Is that part of his strategy? Is he going to stick to it?
Yeah.
He leaned back there. He got caught with an overhand right from Luke. Bit of a wrestling match. Official...
Do you think he doesn't want to leave it to the judges? I mean, Luke Sutherland doesn't want to leave it to the judges at all.
Luke's got intentions here. He wants to go get this Eliminator 1 so that he can fight for the SA title. I'm expecting Bevan to come back with something if he's got a strategy, but it looks like Luke's nuggetiness is really doing the trick here for him. And if he can just maintain, you see how they're holding each other and they're locking each other up, and that's Bevan essentially. He's trying to lock up Luke's hands so that he can't actually get too many punches off. Bevan landed a nice double jab cross there. A nice long jab from Bevan. He's just got to throw a couple more of those jabs and start his campaign.
It looks like
we've got Luke being a bit patient now. Has he run out of gas, or is he waiting for his next charge? And I suspect his next charge is going to happen soon. But now Bevan, you can see he's got some confidence, and he's going to start unloading his punches.
Yeah, I was thinking that it was going to be easy for Luke the way he started. I was thinking that he was going to take him out immediately. But it looks like Bevan...
He is the more tenacious fighter. Yeah, he's in the pocket and he's having a go and he just keeps on throwing punches. Bevan's trying to make it a boxing fight and sort of select what he's going to do. But Luke is shutting him down by his tenacity, coming forward and just hanging there in the pocket. Obviously, Bevan's been tying up his hands, because if he ties up his hands, he can't throw a myriad of punches. So we can see how this is going. What's unusual is Bevan, one of those fighters that doesn't sit during the break. So he's standing over there, as you can see. And you've got Luke sitting down, getting some advice from his coach. There you go. You got Bevan Beckman. He's standing
all the time.
And
from the beginning. Why is that?
Some fighters don't like to sit. They find it makes them relax too much, and then getting to get going in the next round, it takes him a bit of a warm up and whatever. So he's decided that he's just going to be ready as the round ends, the break ends, so to speak. There's quite a few fighters that don't like sitting in the corner. It's a well-known thing there. And so those gloves that you can see there, SGT, that's the Sergeant Luke Sutherland. He brought out his own glove design a couple of years ago, and so they're both fighting with the Sergeant gloves.
Sergeant glove from Luke Sutherland.
From Luke Sutherland, eh? Can you believe it? And Bevan was good enough to wear the same gloves as Luke today.
Is there a rule that say you should wear a particular set of gloves?
They don't have to wear the same gloves. As long as they're 16 and approved, both of them can choose their own gloves. Yeah, I definitely see this fight going the full 5 rounds. I see Bevan is going to suck up a couple of punches. He had a nice go at Luke there, and he threw a good right hand. So I think it's going to be a timing game. I do think Bevan's going to be looking for a please help me God type shot where it comes out of the blue and he knocks Luke, because right now Luke is doing enough to have this bag this fight in the bag.
So this is going to be left to the judges, all right?
Yeah, I do think so. And currently I've got 2 rounds for Luke, and this one's not finished yet, but he's doing enough to capture this round as well. We got 45 seconds of round 3. Let's see if Luke can actually step up now. So Bevan's got a lot in the tank. We could expect maybe 4 in the 4th and 5th round that he starts to step up. But scientifically, I don't think he has what he requires to actually beat Luke, because Luke seems to be parrying his shots, blocking his shots, and he's got a little bit of head movement. And as I'm saying that, he comes in with a jab and a shot to the body, and then a left hook to the head. So, yeah, you know, it seems like Bevan's actually, I might have shot my mouth off too soon, because it looks like Bevan might be able to pull something out of the bag in this fight.
That's presenter's case, isn't it?
There you go. End of that last round. That could have gone either way. So I've got 2 rounds for Luke, and this last round here, it's a 5-round fight, this, and at the end of that last round, Bevan put a bit of activity in there, and I saw something. So in the next 2 rounds, I'm sure you're going to see a bit more Bevan. And I think he was timing this, waiting for his time, and now he's going to step on the gas, I believe. It's just a strategy that I imagine he had, because I did see him pick up at the end of the last round, and he started to do a lot more. He slipped and he got inside 2 shots to the body, and he came to the head. So now I'm watching Luke. Luke looks a bit tired. Did he leave it all in the first 2 rounds, or do we see Bevan coming back?
So Luke needs to step up the gear now, right now.
Yeah. So I know Bevan's sparring partners, and he spars with Mornay Tennyson and whatever, and he's got some really big guys that he spars with, champions. And so he's going to coast around for the half this round, and then he's going to start stepping on the petrol. Let me see if my guess that his strategy is going to work. Now he's using his legs a lot better. He's not getting caught on the ropes. He's going to start stepping away, and then Luke takes the power again. He stole the moment from Bevan. I thought Bevan had something in the bag going backwards there. Oh,
so it looks like Luke is going for it.
Coming, eh?
Luke is going for it.
100%. But both of them threw some hectic left hooks and right hooks, and they're lucky they missed each other, because if any one of those punches had landed properly, somebody would have gone down.
So we haven't seen a very, very clean landing of punches from the previous round.
Nice body shot there by Bevan. Bevan's got, here he comes. Here comes Bevan, as predicted, the last minute of the round. And Luke is not letting it happen. He's saying, no, I'm here, and I'm going to carry on fighting. Some nice body shots coming in there from Bevan. And then Luke just answers straight back with the left hook right cross. So, nice body shot there from Luke, digging into the body of Bevan, coming with the left hook and a right hook at the same time. Luke's really putting all the effort in here. He's not leaving it to the judges, it seems. He's going to secure every single round. So look, that's the 3rd round. I have Luke 3 rounds up.
Do you think Luke is leading here?
Two more. This is a 5-round fight, and we've got 2 more rounds to go. 4th and 5th round.
This is the last round coming up, right, Anton?
It's a 5-rounder, and this is the 4th round, and here we go. Oh, this is the 5th round, the last round. I must have been sleeping somewhere along the line. I missed the round.
It's been a long day.
Here we go. It's been a long day.
Here we go.
Nice jabs there from both of them, both throwing a great jab.
wants to go down here. They're standing there.
And it's the last round. Luke's it looks like he's leaving everything in the ring here.
He's emptying everything now.
1 minute 22. Okay. So I was just told by the guys from MasterBox, the winner of this fight will go up against the Bruvet brothers, one of the Bruvet brothers. So
is that for the title?
Early next year, there's going to be a title fight
for
the winner of this fight. And Bruvet is a former champion in the professional ranks, and it's going to be a really interesting fight. Bruvet is a very clever fighter, and nuggety, they can take it and they can dish it out. And they're good on the legs, so he's got to get up on the legs. But I'm watching this fight. Luke's got this in the bag.
He's got this in the bag. I think Bevan need to empty this.
Yeah.
With a few seconds to
There's
go.
20 seconds for Bevan to pull this out the bag. And Luke Sutherland looks like he's going to take this. From my scorecard, Luke's won all 5 rounds.
I was not expecting these guys to take it up to round 5. I was thinking because they are the heavies, they're going to finish each other like in the second and third round. But here we go. They left it to the judges. That was great. That was great boxing.
It was a good fight. I enjoyed it. Probably one of the fights of the day. Exciting. And the guys, as has happened with every single fight today, they walk up to each other after the fight. No animosity.
That's amazing.
Love you, man. Big hugs, and they walk back to their corners, and they just here to have a performance with boxing, you know. Show what they can do. I haven't seen any ugliness at all today in the ring.
Respect to that, our announcer.
We await the official result now from our judges ringside, and just to tell you that the winner of this bout next year will take on Rudy Bruvard in the SA title shot. So a big win for whoever it comes out on top tonight. We await the official result, and we'll be back with that shortly. Folks, while we wait for that, also just a reminder that we are going to be going.
The guys are walking around anxiously. Where's this decision going to go?
The arena fight that's happened at Emperor's Palace later on this evening.
From each other.
So for those of you who want to stick around,
Luke's a very quiet guy.
The fight and the action on the screen with us. Please feel free to stick around and stay with us as we watch all of those fights.
I'm just impressed with this. They've had a great fight against each other, hugs and all that jazz. That's boxing. It's a contract you sign. I'm going to have a go at you, and once the fight's over, we're still friends.
Okay.
Right, folks, so the official result then of that eliminator. Our ringside judges scored the bout as follows. Judge Peter Moller scored the bout 49-46. Judge Rapole Mache scored the bout 49-46. Judge Sanet Buerta scored the bout 48-47. All in favor of your winner by way of unanimous points decision. And your number 1 contender that will take on Rudy Bruvard in the SA title fight next year. Put your hands together, please. For Luke Sergeant Sutherland.
There you go, people. Luke Sutherland, your winner of the eliminator for the SA title, which is going to take place early next year.
Thank you very much for watching.
Right, folks, so of course, as as the
Thank you very much for watching. This has been
fighters
MasterBox
leave the ring,
presented
and
to you
that
by
concludes
BGTN.
proceedings
We really
for this
appreciate your
evening. So
support.
from my
We'll
side,
meet you again in
before I hand back
2024.
over to the
God willing.
commentators, it's been an absolute blast being your
Great
host
stuff.
and
There was a
your
good
MC
event.
tonight.
Fantastic lift off for MasterBox being a
BGTN for being here.